Whoops. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. I better take that off. Oh, first try. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay. Let's see. I'm really hoping that this didn't hit anything else. Oh. I see pieces of, I don't think it did. What a pain. This is not exactly where I expected to be streaming today. What a mess. I am on the side of the road. Not quite the side of the road. Luckily, there's a little turnout here. I was expecting to be live streaming down to the RV shop today. But instead, the serpentine belt went on my truck, on the work truck. And now I get to take and try to put a serpentine belt and pulley on it in the rain. You can see I've kind of got like a makeshift canopy because it's pouring here today. And there's no sign of it slowing down at all today either. So that's what I'm doing now. Trying to get this thing up and running. Because I've got a little bit of plowing that I'm supposed to do after I get it running. Oh, and this is a tight spot down in here. Not very ideal. Oh well. That's okay. Had a van that would split it every so often. Fun times. Yeah. This the tensioner pulley on this. I've heard a random squeak for a few days now, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it might be the AC compressor clutch, but I found out what it was this morning. Tensioner pulley went, and now, of course, it took the belt out too. So get it from below. Made it easier for me. It's not too bad here. And if I do it from below, I'm laying in a puddle. So I'd rather not do that. Unless I absolutely have to. I gotta see. I don't even know how many bolts I'm trying to get out here. At least it's a, well, if it wasn't so foggy, it would be a nice view. This is one of the turnouts that the state of Maine put in. It's a nice, pretty spot, but not a pretty spot for doing a serpentine belt, that's for sure. Not as much fun in the rain. Okay. Oh, let's see. Everything is sharp on this thing. We got, where does that go? It goes like that. So we have 3 bolts right on the top. Nice. 1, 2, and 3. That's not too bad. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this thing flipped around a little bit. What happened? So this morning on my way to work, I've got the work plow truck. You can see my makeshift tent here with the plows on it. So I was headed back to work this morning, bringing the truck down, and the tensioner pulley went, which took out the serpentine belt, which lost power steering, and I started overheating very quickly. So instead of working on campers this morning, like I said I'd be trying to do on here, I'm fixing cars. But I went to the store and got some plastic to drape over the hood. I'm glad I went with clear. I almost brought an old camper awning with me, and if I had done that, it would have been really dark in here. It's nice and light in here with this, but I still can't get down in here. Oh, here we go. So what's everybody else up to? Oh, what's this say? I'm not sure what that means. Sorry. There we go. We're getting closer here. It has been pouring this morning. I was looking at the radar. We're supposed to get like torrential downpours for like over 24 hours here. One down. Let's see if I can drop that in the mud and lose it. It's kind of noisy here. I don't know if you guys can hear the trucks and stuff. They're all headed down the... Just flooded here. Local bridge got moved. Ooh, geez. Yeah. They're calling for flooding here. A couple years ago, we had real bad flooding. Ended up completely destroying my road, and actually trapped people up above. There was no way out. It took bridges out on the other side, and completely washed out on the... Oh no, I dropped my ratchet. I'll be back. Yeah, there's a puddle here. Cool. Yeah, from the top is better. Yeah, so ended up lucking out. There was a company up here that was putting in windmills, and they had huge machinery. Luckily, they came and helped us out, and they actually had some... sorry, this truck's driving by. They had really big machinery, and they actually had culverts to fix the road. They weren't trapped for too long, maybe a day, so worked good. Somebody's driving. I just dropped it again. Somebody's driving by. Probably think I'm crazy. Let's see. Oh, it's in a tight spot. I can't hang on to the thing. I am definitely not a mechanic. I don't like mechanicking. I'm not really good at mechanicking. I can get myself out of the bind, I guess. It'd probably cost a little bit of money to get a truck with a plow towed from here. I'm thankful that the auto parts store had the serpentine belt and the idler tensioner pulley right in stock, so that was pretty good. I was pretty happy about that. We're getting close here. Almost. Then I can show you guys the damage. I knew something was going. Just couldn't figure out what. Like I said, I am not a mechanic. Fixing something that isn't broken. No, unfortunately, this is broken. The tensioner pulley went on the work truck this morning, which took out the serpentine belt. Lost power steering, lost radiator fan. Whoops. All right. And now I'm on top of a mountain trying to get it fixed here. Gotta make sure I get all the parts out of here. They're falling apart. There we go. Oops, what is that? Oh. Piece of ground up serpentine belt. There's the other quarter of the serpentine belt. And what else do we have for prizes down here? We got ourselves a nice pulley with no bearing existing anymore. And tensioner pulley with what was left of the other side on it. Mountain? Yeah. I'll show you. Oh, well, I'll show you as much as I can show you because it's pretty foggy up here. I'm up on a mountain. Luckily, it's just a turnout. The main road's right there. But it is on top of a mountain up here. If it wasn't so cloudy, I could show you guys what some people may know as the Ski Mountain Sugarloaf. It's right over there. Oh. Now I gotta see if I can pull out all of this. What elevation? I don't know. If I wasn't live, I could tell you on my phone, but I'm not that high, honestly. I don't really know how high it is up here. Our van, transmission leak, water leak, directing the serpentine belt, power steering leak, noises. Nice. That sounds like a bunch of problems. Hello? Okay. Look at that mess. So it's supposed to look like new. At least it looks like the same one. So we're good there. We'll finish pulling out the parts and pieces of serpentine belt that are everywhere. I was nervous that the serpentine belt whipped around and punctured a antifreeze line, because when I stopped there was antifreeze blowing out everywhere, but I had just pushed it a little too far up the hill and it was just coming out the overflow in the bottle. So luckily we're good there. I hope this isn't going to be one of the ones where I have to try to get the serpentine belt down around the fan. That's going to be a pain if it is. All right. Clean up the trash here in a bit. Yeah, belt tensioner. Lost the bearing. I heard a few sounds last week, and I wasn't 100% sure what it was. Found out this morning. As long as there's a diagram. Yeah. Luckily, the guy at the auto parts store printed a diagram off for me. Yeah, it's a 2012 Ford F-250. We use it for hauling campers, plowing. That's what I was on my way back from doing. We headed up to the house plowing the last couple of days, getting stuff cleaned up. Oh, there, my tripod's not. Come on. Yep, gas job. Hopefully, all the other pulleys and everything in here are good. They don't seem to have too much play. I don't know a whole lot about Fords, honestly. White 150. I could have said it was Ford just from the top of the... Yeah. All right, now, let's see if we can get this thing back down in here. At least this isn't too bad to get to. I kind of pictured it being worse, honestly. All three of the bolts are right up where I can get to them, so. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments here and do this at the same time. I just replaced my tensioner pulley about a month ago. Had to drop the engine a bit. You must be working on a different truck than this, because this isn't too bad. That would stink. Have to drop the engine a little bit. Oh, come on. At least working on trucks, there's a decent amount of space sometimes. My wife used to have a little Plymouth Breeze or something like that back when we were in high school. Man, was that car. I had to replace the starter on that car once. I thought I was going to have to take the whole front clip of the car off because it was like such a pain to get to. Wasn't fun. The new Fords will have heated tailgates. Oops, I got people helping me. That's cool. Let's see. I hear new Fords have heated tailgates. For the driver. Yeah. I'm not going to start a whole Ford battle on here, even though I'm not really that much of a Ford guy. This is the work truck. I didn't buy it. I don't even know what I buy. Oh, they're all junk. Everything is junk now. Like, I don't know. You want to know what I have for a truck? Well, actually, I have a couple trucks. But what I have for a truck at home is a 1992 D250 with the 12-valve Cummins in it. Ah, that's a truck. Guess I should have brought that to work this morning. I haven't had one go out before 250. Anything after mid-90s, it's all the same level of crap, pretty much. Pretty much. There's too much electronics on everything now, especially the new stuff. I've got my wife's Suburban here, and that's a 2012 15. And man, just the stuff in that, like, it's ridiculous. Okay. We're almost on. Got all the bolts in. Just got to tighten them up. Good luck, man. You got this. Way easier than ours. Yep. Not too bad. I think last year, was it last? No, I guess it was 2 years ago now. The AC compressor clutch went and took out everything. And of course, in the throwaway society that we have, I couldn't get just the clutch. So I had to bring it in and they had to put a whole new compressor on it and recharge it. Man, what a mess. Okay. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be using Loctite on that or not, but it'll get me home. If you guys have just joined, I lost the tensioner pulley. Bearings no longer with us. It's gone on to another life. So that in turn took out the tensioner, serpentine belt, and I lost power steering. I lost my cooling, overheated. Not terrible, but I was bubbling out of the bottle. What do we got here? There's a shop here in town that won't work on anything older than 94. You can't diagnose it. Computers. Yeah. Computer stuff. Computer stuff, computer stuff. All right. Oops. I'm seeing more. See, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid I'm going to miss a piece of the old serpentine belt that's going to suck it back through and rip my other one or spin it back off. There's another piece. Thing blew up. I would say the serpentine belt was probably pretty old anyway. Okay. Let's. Oh. Whew. Sorry, I'm flipping around everywhere here. Now, what are the chances of the serpentine belt being the right size? The idler pulley was right. Tensioner pulley was right, so hopefully. The kind gentleman didn't even have to ask for this. This is how awesome these guys were. Printed it right off for me. Look at that. We'll shop there again. Now I'm really hoping that I don't need to run this thing around the fan. Oops, I don't want to leave that there either. Bearing race. Drop that down there. Okay. Now the wind's starting to pick up too. Hopefully I can get this done. Okay. I hope this is the right diagram. You got crankshaft up and over, the fan, power steering, idler? Yeah, idler pulley. Oh boy. Let's see. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. I haven't cut my fingers yet. Usually I dice myself up doing this. All right, You guys watch that. And I'll try to figure this out. It's gonna be a pain. Stop by and say, have a good day, bro. Well, thank you. You have a good day too. It'll get better as soon as I get this thing done. Wind's picking up a bit, but the rain has slowed down, so that's good. This is not what I was supposed to be doing today. I'm supposed to be putting a slide-out roof on. Oh, that's gonna go down and around. So, okay. Doesn't look like this has to go around the fan. But it does have to go down under this. I don't know. I may end up having to get on the ground, get dirty. Come on. Let's see. I took in, I have my personal tools at home, and I didn't bring them down to the shop today, down to the RV dealership. And we don't have much for tools at the shop. So I was getting a little worried. Look at my toolbox that I borrowed from the shop. Not my toolbox, someone else's toolbox, but there's like 15 missing sockets, and luckily I only needed a 10 to get the tensioner pulley off. So that's okay. And I did remember a 1/2-inch socket to do the tensioner pulley. If you need to pull on the tensioner, pull on the tensioner for the belt to fit. Yeah, I gotta get it run here first. Get it down around things. Which I can't see. I'll fall down in the engine bay here in a second. Okay, come on. Woo! Whoa! Uh-oh. That felt like something broke. Oh. Shoot. Yeah. I just broke my plow reservoir filler. You should change yourself and do it with the engine. Challenge yourself and do it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'd love to chop a few fingers off. Well, now I'm glad the plow's up. Hopefully no oil comes pouring out of there. It ain't got no gas in it. Shoot. Broke off the filler. I was trying to find something to step on down here, and I didn't find the right thing to step on. Do you see the dot at the top of the gear? I'm not sure what gear we're talking about here. I'm hoping to not work on any gears, honestly. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Up and around. There we go. I am replacing tensioner pulley and serpentine belt. On my way to work this morning, the noise that I had been hearing for the last couple of days, I found out what it was. All right, I gotta look at this thing. But like I've told these guys, I am no mechanic, but I can get myself out of a bind once in a while. So I think I got this so far. I've got the new tensioner pulley put on. Now I'm trying to diagram if it doesn't blow away on me here. Okay. Down around that. Down around that. I'm going to go up and over the alternator. This is confusing because it's going to go down around. Come on, let's go. All right, that's on down there. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing, but I don't know if I can. It's kind of tight down in here. I don't think it's going to work. See if I can flip you around. So there's my new Whoa! There's my new tensioner pulley right there. And I got to try to get the belt up and around that. Oh. What type of car? This is a Ford F-250. So we're trying to get it up and running. We're getting close. I gotta get it down and around. Oops. Oh, no. There's a piece of the old serpentine belt stuck around the oh, there it goes. The AC compressor. Maybe. I thought I had it. Afraid this stuff's gonna work its way out later, and there it is. Okay. Yeah, I was live streaming yesterday, and I work at an RV dealership, and everybody was saying, "Yeah, you ought to go live there." We'd watch that. So I was headed down to work this morning to go live there. I didn't make it to work. So now I'm stuck doing this mess, trying to get this up and going. This isn't making much sense to me here. Okay, that goes up and over the top. I don't have room to go over the top of that. Oh no. Come on. I do not live in Minnesota. I live in Maine. Central Maine. Oh, this is not looking good. I'm supposed to go up and over the pulley that I just put in. It's not working right here. Oh. I don't know if I can get that pulled off without it. I gotta go see if I can find something else. Nah. I don't live in Spain. I live in Maine. Maine with the pine trees. Breaking stuff with snowplows. That's what I'm doing today. Breaking snowplows. Move the tensioner. That's exactly what I was just going to try doing. I don't know. You would think that they'd make it so you could slip that belt over without the tensioner being like that, but apparently not. Okay, let's see. I can't pull that down. Oh yeah, fan's gonna be right in the way. Come on there. The fan's too close. All right, get a space in between the fan blades. There we go. Maybe. I can't see what I'm doing. Come on. Nope. There we go. Okay. Now, if I can flip that ratchet the other way. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Now. Whew. Plow on the front of this thing's not helping either. Whew. That tensioner is. That's a tight tensioner. Wow. I may need to go get my breaker bar for that one. Anybody on here worked on a 2012 F-150? 250? Do you really need to push that tensioner down to get that belt around it? Oh. Yes. Why? All right. Makeshift tent. Hillbillying it out here today. Oh well. That's when a second set of hands comes in helpful. Yep. None of that up here though. Gotta grab a couple things. Oh man. Let's see if we can't do it with this. Now, I want to make sure that I have the belt the right way. So when I do slip it over, man, that's a pain. So I've got to go down and around. The AC compressor. You had to help. Yeah. We may have to resort to that if we can find some help here at some point. But I'm about 10-15 miles from the nearest town. And even that town, I don't think has anything for pizza. Okay, we got that. Okay, I've come up with an idea. Some more redneckery. Because I don't have an extra set of hands. So we're going to try this instead. Somewhere. Yes. Okay. This truck's a mess. It drives me nuts. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a small metal pointer attached to the engine block. Or the timing cover. Not sure what we're talking about there, but okay. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's let you guys up here, hopefully, so you can see what I'm doing. I still don't think you can see what I got going on. Okay. Right there. Zirachity strappa. Let's see. Oh, I can't find something rugged enough to hang this onto. See what I'm putting down here. As long as this thing doesn't slip off. Boy, guys, I don't see how I'm getting that belt down around that even with that like that. I should have put the belt on before the tensioner. Looking at it now, maybe I can sneak it down around the side of that. I don't know. There's a lot. Dot or line mark. Gear crankshaft is each other closely. You must be talking about timing belt. I'm not doing timing belts. Thank God I'm not doing timing belt. I wouldn't be doing timing belts out here. Oh, wow. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that down through there. I may have to pull that whole thing back off. Which was going to be a pain. Come on. Well, now my battery's dying. Yeah, just join light belt first. I wish you were here earlier. There's no way to sneak that belt down around that. Around the back side of it, I should say. It's so tight down in there. I don't know that that belt will go. can't even reach down in there. Nope. I'm gonna have to pull that back off from there. Bummer. Well, I guess it was worth a try. That's as far as that will go too, isn't it? Yep. That stinks. It's a 2012 250. Tensioner pulley went on me. Took out the serpentine belt. So not knowing how to work on these things, I took in threw the tensioner back on, but I can kind of see now that I should have put the belt on first, because that's not working. Let's see if I can't get you guys plugged in here. We're dying. I'll be right back. What a pain. We've got extension cords running around everywhere. I'm covered in grease. Whew. Hopefully this thing will charge up on me. What do we got going on? Where am I from? I am from Maine. I am currently sitting on top of a mountain working on this thing. Let me see if I can't get you plugged in. That's not working either.
Like saying it's so different.
What the heck? Yeah, I'm no, that's still not working. Phone's dying on me, guys. Cool. Got a chargers going here too. Yep, I'm running at a warning. If the timing belts are, I'm not sure why we've got somebody talking about timing belts in here. It's definitely not what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to find what the heck I'm doing. Trying to get us to a spot we can work here. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get us there. My phone's dying. Best of luck. Thank you. Let's see. Well, I got it charged on there, but yep, well, somebody's here. Yep. All right, guys. Covered in grease. I'm going to have to go back to where I started, so yep. I'm going to sign off here. My battery's dying. I need to save a little bit in case I need to make a phone call. But thanks for watching. If you guys want to see more stuff, hopefully not like this, camper related, homesteading related, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys later. Thank you.